Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kamar AA, and this is another Chelsea transfer news, and it is regarding Roman Abramovich. Again, I mentioned about him a few days ago in my videos. The first story does regard Roman Abramovich and the amount of money we will be spending in transfer window. I'm going to be reading Bruce Buck's quotes, his positivity, and what Chelsea will be doing in the future. It's going to be really exciting. And also, second part of the story, I want to talk about Youcef Atal from Nice in the French league. Going to be talking about him and how he's been fantastic, and he had an interview with Canal Plus. Going to be reading those quotes and that we're interested in him, so I'm going to be talking about that. But before I do into it, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Make sure you hit the notification so right for every time I do upload. And like I said, comment down below your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. And one more thing as well, my throat. I've got no clue what's happening in my throat, so apologies. It's just that time of season where YouTubers we all get ill. So yeah, but gonna stand strong for this one. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, starting off with the quotes, of course. A couple of days ago, Bruce Buck, he had an interview, and it did regard Roman Abramovich and situation with the football club. Of course, he was asked numerous questions, going to be covering all of them and giving my thoughts and opinions on them. Now, of course, responding to the suggestion that the club appears to be on hold given Abramovich's absence. He said that I understand what you're saying and it's hard to disprove it, except to say, let's see what happens in the next transfer window. And immediately, this got a lot of the fan base excited. I mean, why wouldn't you be excited? Bruce Buck, who's the chairman of Chelsea, basically stating that we will be spending big in the next transfer window, which was contrary to the report stating that Abramovich didn't want to spend a lot. So a lot of conflicting reports, but the chairman of Chelsea saying this should be more reliable. He was then questioned on Lampard giving youth chances. He said the transfer ban has led to more opportunities for the young players. He said, I can't deny that if there wasn't a transfer ban, we might have splurged out on 1 or 2 or 3 players. So yes, it was some of that. It was Frank Lampard. Regarding transfer appeal, of course, like I said, the hearing did take place on the 20th November, so just under a week ago. We're going to be hearing the results mid-December, like I said, because of course we took FIFA to court. The CAS, they have to take away the evidence, analyse the evidence, and then return with a response to conclusion. So he said this is a subject difficult to comment on. It's in litigation. The club feel FIFA's wrong and that we did abide by the regulations. And basically, finally, he was asked about the point about spending. Now, this is what we all want to hear. He stated, the point I'm making is a glib one. If we go out in the next transfer window and spend a zillion, it's pretty hard to argue that things are on hold. So, like I said, it's exciting times. It's honestly exciting times. This gave so much positivity, and it sent the Chelsea fan base mad. It sent the alarm bells ringing. Like I said, and then as soon as these quotes came out yesterday and today, reports came out from Telegraph, The Sun, The Daily Star, and of course BBC that Chelsea will be spending £1 zillion, quotation zillion, so basically not an exaggerated term for spending a lot of money, so in the millions, etc. Of course, we're going to wait and see if you are able to trade and make business in the January transfer window. Of course, we don't know yet. Hopefully it is overturned, but there is a few players that we will be able to sign, in my opinion, if it gets overturned. I know the shortlist. I was told the shortlist a few weeks ago. I've already said it on this channel as well. Like I said, the big moves will obviously be made in the summer because it's more realistic, it's common sense. It's hard to lure players away from top clubs during the mid-season. It's unlikely. You're going to have to pay more over the odds as well. And also, there's no guarantee that we're going to get January transfer window as well. However, there is a few players that, in my opinion, we will be able to sign during the January transfer window. And one of them, of course, is Youcef Atal. Now, of course, he had an interview with Canal Plus literally a couple of days ago. And basically, he is on Chelsea's radar. Now, the CFC Saudi fan page, which is on Twitter, now they basically reported that Youcef Atal is on Chelsea's radar, and Chelsea really interested in signing Youcef Atal. I checked with this as my source. He also stated that Chelsea are really interested. However, we are not the only club that are interested for his signature. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and of course another unnamed Premier League club. My guess is Tottenham Hotspur. Mourinho is a big admirer, big fan of him. However, like I said, I think that Chelsea do have the upper edge. I really do. I think that he's always wanted to play in the Premier League, and I believe that he wants to move to a top club. That was the that's what he said with Canal Plus during the interview. So yeah, like I said, now before giving my thoughts, opinions on Atal as a player, if I would want him at Chelsea, like I said, we are really interested and going to be reading his quotes, what he said exactly in the Canal Plus interview. So basically, he said on the French TV show that he said that there are clubs that want me at the moment, but I'm concentrating on having another great season. He said, I can play for a big club. It's one of my objectives, and I'm working for that. So that's kind of a summary of what he said, courtesy of Youcef. He basically able to translate that. So if he's watching this video, thank you very much, mate. But like I said, regarding Youcef Atal, he's a fantastic player. You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit and say I've watched him a lot of times. No, that's not the case. I do need to probably watch him. Obviously, of course, YouTube comms isn't enough. But he seems like a top player from what I've heard, from what I've been hearing from people. He has got a top level. You know, he's from, of course, Algerian international, plays in the French league and wants to make that big step up. You know, he's very versatile, can play left back, can play right back, can play even on the wing as well. Very quick, fantastic at crossing as well. Defensive duties, aggressive player as well. Very aggressive, but a very technical player. You know, he's very press resistant, he plays in the spaces. Defensive as well, very good. I think that he's a very complete fullback, and he's only going to improve. He's young, he will improve in the future, and his statistics in the French league have been fantastic. You know, I've got to give it to him. He's been very good, and for me, he'd be a perfect acquisition for a replacement. Now, of course, I do want to talk about Emerson as well, because Emerson, it has been rumoured that he might move back to Juventus, back to Italy. He's feeling a bit homesick. However, like I said, it's not the first time that Juventus have been after Emerson. They were after him during the summer because, of course, our transfer ban Emerson is a key first-team player. Of course, we're not going to let go of him. With Marcos Alonso's poor form, he's our only good left-back at the moment. And, yeah, if he does go to Juventus, he will be back up to Alexandro. So Juventus are really interested, according to Calcio Mercato and other reliable Italian publications and reports, etc. Like I said, Emerson is a top left-back. I think he is one of the best left-backs in the Premier League. However, I believe that if the right fee came in, I think that Atal would be a fantastic replacement. Having Chilwell as well. Chilwell and Atal is a massive possibility that we can sign both of them if Emerson does leave. Azpilicueta will not be leaving, I was told. Azpilicueta will be staying beyond this season. And of course, we have Reece James. So I think that Chilwell and Atal will be coming in and that we will be selling Emerson to Juventus. I don't think we'll be selling him cheaply, but he will be back up to Alexandro if he did move to Juventus. Now, my thoughts and opinions, like I said, I would only sell him if the right fee came in. If we got a commanding fee for him, a lot of money, then I would grant the move. However, if we didn't get enough money for him, then we may as well keep him. He's a top left back and he'd be fantastic for competition and, you know, being part of the squads. But like I said, if we got enough money for him, there's no reason why. I think Atal will be a better player in the future compared to Emerson. Atal is a top player. I think giving competition to Chilwell, and you know he's very versatile, can play right back, left back, and that is crucial when you have fullback system, which is so high in demand in the modern era, and also for rotation purposes in this Chelsea team. I think that Atal would be a very good acquisition. But that's just my thoughts, opinions. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. Would you take Atal? Thoughts on Emerson, who could potentially move to Juventus as well? But like I said, it's exciting times. Exciting times. It's like Roman will be splashing the cash either in January or in the summer. Presumably, if the January transfer window does get uplifted, both of them, hopefully Cass do wonders for us, because we need this January, honestly. If we want to really push and cement our top 4 position, I believe that the January transfer window needs to be granted so that we can make that final push and sign players. Now, it's all great Bruce Buck coming out and saying, you know, we're going to spend a zillion or, you know, exaggerating amounts, you know, a lot of money, etc. But it's all good talking the talk, but as they say, you have to walk the walk. Not only walk the walk and spend a lot of money, but spend the money in the correct areas on talented, world-class potential players. Spending your money on average players is not the solution. We've seen that happen in the past in 2017 when we signed Drinkwater, Zappacosta, Morata, Bakayoko. So, like I said, you've seen in the past it doesn't work when you just splash a lot of money. We spent a lot of money. We spent 250 to 400 million, but yet we regressed. We got even worse. We stagnated. So for me, it's crucial that not only you spend a lot of money, but you spend it in the correct areas on talented, proper players that are going to basically boost the youth, that are going to give competition to the youth, but also improve your squad players and buy world-class players that immediately go into the first 11 and they elevate your team immediately. So I think that that's really crucial. But it's positive news. Bruce Buck coming out and saying that Roman Abramovich, he won't be selling the club, that he's really invested in every transfer, every sale, all the commercial deals. Stadium plans might be, you know, resuming soon as well, and that we're going to be spending big. It's exciting times. To be a Chelsea fan right now is exciting times for the future. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Are you looking forward to the future? Do you think we need to spend a lot of money, or do you think that, you know, we're fine as it is? Would you sell Emerson? Would you sign Atal? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. But yeah, going to wrap up there, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Make sure you hit the notifications so I for every time I upload. Smash the like button if you did enjoy this, and apologies for my throat. My throat is honestly finished. But yeah, I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.